Today we are going to be ranking the main cast of Season 2 of Squid Game, The Challenge. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. So of course, guys, there were 456 contestants about that in the actual Squid Game, The Challenge. We have gathered the people that had a little bit of like TV time at least. The finalists, people that we ended up getting to know, and I would be ranking them based on how much I liked them throughout the show, how interesting they were. And I've gone on record, guys, unfortunately, saying that with game shows, with reality shows, I think that they're either scripted or they purposely get the worst people under the sun or the most unlikable people under the sun to compete in these types of things. So I would imagine we're going to have quite a few F tiers over here. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let's start off with player 303, I believe that is, that being Shelly. We didn't, unfortunately, see much of her. I didn't like her. I didn't dislike her. I think this is a perfect contender for a C tier over here. And the C tier is kind of like it's the character just kind of exists. But let's move on to Kurt. And I have all the names over my other monitor over here. I don't remember nearly all of them. Dude, I felt a little bit bad for Kurt throughout the entire time. I said this and I made a complete review for Season 2 of Squid Game, The Challenge. I felt bad for him because he came in, he had a good attitude, he had a decent strategy, he wanted to socialize and be friendly with people. And his poor guy, man. His daughter was constantly just insulting him, didn't want to be around him. If I was playing that game with my dad, I'd be like this with my dad, man. So I found myself feeling bad for him, while his daughter Zoe is going around like, "Ugh, Dad, what are you doing? Ugh, Dad." He's like, "That's my girl, go Zoe, that's my girl." I felt bad for him. He was a likable guy. We're going to put him over into the B tier over here, okay? Let's continue on to Daja. This is the police officer. This is the finalist. I didn't like her. I didn't like, and I can't remember the poker dude's name. He did nothing wrong besides playing the game, and she and the finalist was consistently having a majorly bad attitude to him for like no reason. It put the shoe on the other foot. You would have done the same things as he did, okay? D tier for this character over here, okay? This guy, Eric, the guy who lied about having a kid. I wanted him, dude, I was cheering for him. Because on a show of people with, like, ridiculous sob stories, I don't believe half of them what they say. You don't know if people are being real. I love the fact that this dude came in. He made a big deal where he's like, "Yeah, my wife and I are expecting. I'm going to be a dad." And the strategy was to get all of the parents to then relate to him, to like him, especially, like, as a new father. I even know what that's like. Like, dude, when I first had my daughter or announced that my wife was pregnant to the people around me and just, like, work and society in general, you automatically get more respect, which is a little bit strange. I guess it makes sense, but it's funny how people's perception of you changes. I love that he said that. Camera cuts, and we see a little bit of honesty from somebody. He goes, "Yeah, that kid doesn't exist." I loved that, and it's sad that this made me like him better, but it did, because you have everybody coming on like, "I had the worst childhood under the sun. Everybody hated me. My mom's dead," all of those things. Like, and I don't believe them. Like, I'm sure some of them could have been true, but I think that it's everybody's exaggerating. I love the fact that he's actually honest. So I'm putting him into the S tier. I was cheering for him. Really great. Now let's continue on to Faith, and I don't really remember too much about Faith and the same guy over here, Greg. I didn't really know too much about them. I'm going to put both of these into the C tier over here. Now continuing on to one of the twins. For entertainment value, guys, they played the game a lot better than a lot of people played the game. I didn't hate them nearly as much as anybody else. So what? There was that throwing the ball game, and they made their way to the front of the line. Everybody's acting like they wouldn't be doing the exact same things. I like the way they played the game. It was strategic. They were okay. I'm putting this dude into the A tier, okay? Oh, what's this guy's name? Jaunty. I wanted him to win the entire thing, man. He was a little bit more realistic. He was a little bit fair. He was kind of funny throughout the entire thing. He was a likable guy in a show full of completely 100% unlikable people, and this dude is going to go into the S tier as well, okay? Let's continue on. What's this next girl? Kate. I didn't really like Kate that much. Am I remembering this one incorrectly by saying that she was the one who was walking by in that one game and she was like, "Oh, why don't you tell that to my daughter," when someone picked her to like go down and shoots and ladders? I hope I'm remembering the right person. And I'm almost thinking that she's the one that kind of scummed this dude out because he was an idiot and he was honest with her. This guy told somebody that he actually didn't have a kid, It might have been her that got a little bit of butthurt, but it might have also been this one. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think it's this one. But she was okay. I didn't care for her. Low C tier for this one. Let's continue on. I don't even remember this dude. Marcus. C tier. Don't remember him at all. We're going to put him ahead of, what's her face? Kate. Now, Mark. Guys, I wanted Mark to win the entire show. Is he a weird guy? Yes. But like when I was talking about with this dude, at least he was honest about it. At least he came in, he's like, I want $4 million, I'm going to take care of my bills, I'm going to give $1 million to my parents, and I want to spend $1 million on a Star Wars wedding. Is that dumb? Yeah, and it's weird to spend $1 million on a wedding. Conversation for another time, but at least he was one of the honest people on the show. For that reason. And he was so like happy and innocent. You could, like, I wanted him to win, man. As weird as he was, I wanted him to win. I'm putting this dude into the S tier. I'm going to put him right behind Jonty, I believe it is. Now, what's this guy? Steven? Matthew. There's a Steven somewhere. Is this Steven? Sorry, I have all the names. Yeah, that's a Steven, okay? Now, Matthew, the cop. You know, I liked him throughout the entire show. He was a little bit aggressive. That's fine. You're playing the game, and I get why. I saw it coming that people were going to turn on him throughout the show. He had me won over until he played the, oh, nobody likes me, so I'm going to go to bed. Or when he just started crying out of nowhere, too. I just don't want to hurt anybody. I just don't want to hurt anybody. He was someone that was kind of like, okay, I can find myself cheering for you. And he turned into like, kind of, what the hell, man? So we're going to put him low B tier. Let's continue on to, what's this girl's name? Melissa. I'm pretty sure she's the one that got bent out of shape because he said he wasn't a parent. But I don't really remember much about her. She's going to go into the C tier as well. Random placement in the C tier. Oh, the winner of the show, Perla. Dude, her attitude towards the poker player was ridiculous. Was beyond ridiculous. Her and this girl had such a grudge for no reason. She picked on him in the Chutes and Ladders game. He retaliates back, and she goes, that's so messed up. That's not fair. That's so messed up. He's picking on me. I can't take it, man. I cannot take it. She is definitely going into the D tier over here. Now let's continue on to this other dude, Peter. He was all right. He was a little bit of an oddball. Low B tier for him. Low B tier. Now for the other twin, a little bit more of the same. I can't distinguish the two between each other. They played the game well. It was kind of fun. I recognize this dude's face, Ryan, but I do not remember anything about him, man. He is going into the C tier. Random spot in the C tier. Now, what's this girl's name? Samantha. Weirdo. She was trying so hard to be like that one character in the actual Squid Game show. You know when she was prancing around, she had her own little cult following? You know what character I'm talking about? She was trying so hard to be that person. F tier, 100%. Let's continue on to Steven. I wanted this dude to win so bad. He didn't come in. He didn't have a sob story. He came into the show, and he even said at the dinner table at the end of the show something along the lines of like, hey, there's nothing to tell you guys. I live a normal life. And people were just teaming up on him. It was ridiculous. I felt so bad for him. I wanted him to win the entire thing. He is going to go into the S tier at the top of S tier. I really, really wanted this dude to win. Now let's continue on to Trinity. Oh, yeah. It's tough. I am a man of faith myself, okay? I'm not supposed to be saying this, but I can't help my gut. I feel like he went overboard with it. You know? I feel like he was getting everybody like, oh, kind of, please get me back on the show at the end, but he was like a good guy at the end of the day. I don't know how I feel about him. He could have been faking all that stuff. He could have not. I'm putting him into the C tier. I'm going to put him high C tier, okay? Trinity going into the high C tier over here now. Vanessa. She was my number 2 that I wanted to win. She came in. She was happy to be in the finals. She was relatively normal. She wasn't making a big giant deal out of nothing all the time. I'm putting her into the S tier. I really wanted her to win. I'm going to put her right in front of Mark. Is it? Yeah, Mark. We're going right in front of Mark. Now let's continue on to Viper. Viper was high-key entertaining. You know when he was like in that one game where the dude had his back turned? And he's kind of didn't really sacrifice himself, but he was, whenever he was on screen, he was making some form of entertainment, and I could appreciate that. I liked him. I'm putting him into the A tier. I'm going to put him. I'm going to put him ahead of the twins. Top of A tier over here. And finally, we have Zoe. What's wrong with this girl? All her dad wanted to do was do a father-daughter thing, socialize with people, and she's like, ugh, dad. Ugh, dad. Oh my god, my dad. She was being so beyond ridiculous, man, and it bothered me. It bothered me. So this one's going to go into the D tier as well. We're putting her low D tier over here. And guys, that is the official tier list for all of the cast of Squid Game The Challenge Season 2. If you want to hear my review for the Season 2 of Squid Game The Challenge, and check it out on screen right here, I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.